Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Dallas214 here. Today I am playing a game called Innsmouth 22. It's actually 22. It's a visual novel, and I have about 30 minutes of gameplay or so. This was made by Raven's Novels, and it came out on October 25th. They gave me a key. It's been pretty fun to play, and I'm a fan of how it's been written. So I probably only have about 30 or so minutes of gameplay here. If you like the gameplay and you want me to continue playing it, like, subscribe and comment and let me know how you feel. And thank you, Raven Novels, for giving me a key. So let's get into this, and let's get immersed in this experience. You're in your office at the university working on your laptop when your phone rings. Hello? Good morning, Professor Roddy. Right? Or is it Rocky? I don't know. This is Inspector Rossi. How are you? Good, thanks. And you? Good. I wanted to ask you if you could help me report then. We're prepared for us. This is you want to emphasize Tuscany. The investigation this week. You would appreciate having your documents as soon as possible. Almost ready. I'll send it over today, especially since they're headed to the USA. I want to leave anything hanging, especially with the Italian police. You're leaving? Going on vacation? No, I've been invited to a conference in Boston. I'll be in the USA for a week. Great. I think it's a great experience. We'll be waiting for your email this afternoon. If you have any questions, all right to you, if you can reply from the USA. Have a great trip then. Thanks. Feel free to contact me if needed. I'll call you when I get back anyways. Have a good evening. After hanging up, you remember to call Laura, your girlfriend, who tried to reach out to you a couple hours ago. Hey babe, sorry, I'm calling now. Don't worry, I figured you were busy with tomorrow's trip. How about dinner tonight? Great idea. Should I pick you up at 8? Perfect, I'll be waiting. Kisses. Cool. You briefly think back to the email you received from Professor Tom Agile, president of the New England Archaeology Society. Young and possibly known for his many papers on the myths and legends of ancient Greece and Rome. We'll be proud to have you speak at our conference. I must admit, this vision seems a bit proud. You get up from your desk and go to your window. Well, I'm already 40. I'm starting to have a name for myself, even abroad. Dad'd be proud. Unfortunately, he passed away too soon. Phone rings. Hello? Good morning, Lorenzo. This is Tom Angeli. I'm calling to make sure everything is set for departure tomorrow. I'm sure your presentation will be one of the most to participate at the conference. Your reputation as a scholar has made its way here, and I believe your approach to ancient history will blend perfectly with the informal, and also, shall I say, a bit unconventional. The spirit of the panels will take place at the conference. Okay. Thank you very much, Tom. I'll do my best to meet the expectations, and I'll try not to give an academic lecture. I'll read the schedule for the event, and it seems like it won't be 3 boring days among scholars. You bet. We're at a university of professors and professionals, and at the end of our careers, we're aiming to polish yet another scientific paper. We want to have great conversations about themes and that fascinate us all our lives. Have a great day. Have a safe trip, and I can't wait to meet you. Thank you sincerely. You have a great day, too. The conference will focus on the importance of myths, legends, and idols of ancient civilizations, and even ancient ones, preceding the Greeks and Romans, and asked to focus mainly on aspects not commonly covered by regular academic studies. Thank you sincerely. I want to get to creative, make the presentation spot on. I'll add a dash of originality. Anyway, I'll have to go the best speaker. I'll be one of the last speakers, so they'll have some time to tweak my talk and match the vibe of the conference. Tom said they started. His talk focused on ancient myths and rituals. I didn't quite get to the era of the people he's talking about. Super intriguing, though. This kind of surprises and intrigues me. Plus, there's a cover of the travel, food, and lodging expenses. Never heard of New England Archaeology Society before, but they're sure doing about me. True, I've been writing on international blogs for a while. They must have found me. Guess the hustle paid off. Both Tom and assistant really have reached out to me loads of times. Ellie is so thoughtful, sends me 2 emails a day just to nail down all the details. Now I just want to focus on prepping for my presentation and making sure everything I need to go for the trip. I can't tell if that's I guess that's a lamp, but I don't know why that's... Whatever. By the way, it was Ellie who suggested I head out early for a couple days of diving. Actually, I'll send her one of the last confirmation emails I was sending. Almost anxious about my arrival. Dear Ellie, I've confirmed my flight tomorrow at Rome at 1 p.m., landing around 3 p.m. local time. I'll pick up a rental car and head to the Ipswich for 2 days of ocean diving. See you soon, and thanks for everything. You're great seeing through an expert at diving. At 17, you were able to dive almost 100 meters deep without breathing. The sea was also been your obsession since childhood, almost as if it had been one of the most among your passion that your father did not like. Your mother died at sea when you were over 3 years old. It's been at least a year since you found the time to fully enjoy the sea, but you almost keep finding yourself informed about the world of diving, reading articles and blogs. Moreover, since you decided to go to the conference and looking for information about Boston area, you find articles about diving everywhere. The magic of the web. Phone rings. It's Ellie, Tom's assistant. Hi, Lorenzo. I just read your email, and we can't wait to meet you. I was calling to see if there's anything else I can do for you. Hello, and thank you. Everything's okay, and I'm ready to go. Is everything okay with the diving equipment? Do you have any problems booking it? Often diving centers don't have the type of snorkel I usually use. No problem. I personally spoke with the school, and they already have reserved the best available equipment for you. We'll see the ocean is different from your seas. It gives a feeling of absolute depth. Do you also dive? I'm a marine biologist for many years, and I've been dealing with those seabeds and that stretch out to the ocean from my home. So you're an expert. What's your characteristics of the stretch of the sea? It's unpredictable. There's strange currents and the weather changes quickly. When we're offshore, you almost have to look at the sky to avoid being at the sea during a storm. And the seabeds? You'll see. They're very special. Depending on the weather, the seabeds change light. Sometimes they're 30 meters deep. It seems to be like the sea's all around you, like it was a living creature. I know where this is going. I can't imagine you're telling me. I can't wait to dive. You'll see. It'll be an exciting experience. You're accompanied by the waiter to the reserved table. You don't even have time to sit down when Laura, your girlfriend, arrives immediately. Hi, honey. Packed your bags for the trip? Is your report ready? Yes, everything is in order. I have the perfect plan. I'll arrive tomorrow evening on the coast in Ipswich, where I'll be diving Friday and Saturday. Sunday morning, I'll be leisure head to Boston, in time for the conference starting on Monday. The report isn't finished, but there's plenty of time to refine it. Well, what luck was this invitation is in June. Yes, really, it is really perfect. I combine my passion of the sea with my participation in the conference. Looks interesting. The conference seems a bit unusual. Most speakers don't belong in the academic field, and some topics are peculiar. What do you mean? They will talk about the very ancient history and almost about legends and theories about scientifically proven. I hope I won't find myself among a group of nutters. But you haven't been invited to a group of crazies, have you? I don't think so. The organizer, a couple of speakers, have a long academic background in important universities. Well, then it's just more fun than the usual conference among boring historians. Hope so. Anyway, it's very exciting to scuba diving in the United States. Well, have a good trip. I hope you have an unforgettable adventure. I'll miss you and your blue eyes. Me too. He's gonna miss his own blue eyes. The next day, I catch a cab to Rome Fiumicino Airport, all set to fly to the United States. You've got to carry on a briefcase, contain your laptop, and presentation. You hope to jazz it up with fresh ideas on Monday. Then the conference kicks off. You go over a schedule in your head. You'll be arriving in Ipswich on Thursday evening, and so on. Oh, there's a little... Please place your phone and laptop on the tray. Whoa, I missed all that. Oh no. You wake up to find... Oopsies. Please take your phone and laptop and put it on a tray. Here you are. Take you off your jacket and place the metal items in your laptop and phone in the tray. Excuse me, sir. We need to do a routine check of your electronic devices. Go ahead. The staff member disappears for a few minutes. They come back. Your hand and hands over a laptop and phone with a smile. Sorry for the hold-up, sir. No problem. Have a good day. I always wonder what these checks are. Random, or if securities get suspicion of someone or something. But in your case, you're quite free. It might seem odd about it. It's weird that it took and kept them for that long. Plan to keep working on your speech during the flight. Not a good impression. I prepped materials for the last 3 days, presentations on one of the last speakers, so I'll decide last minute. Lesson learned, that was too fast. Oh, there we go. Full screen. Oh, better. The flight will be long, but it's chill. The plane isn't completely full. The seat next to me was taken by a guy around 25, not Italian. You smile at him. The guy starts chatting in English. You're reading a book about symbolism and ancient culture. The flight attendants are super nice and friendly, and you keep checking to make sure that everyone's good. After the meal, you crash into a deep sleep. You wake up, only to find water surrounding you in every direction. It must be 100 meters deep. Free diving, but you feel no strain. The oxygen you could have last forever. Look up. You see the sunlight pretting down here. You're surrounded by big air bubbles, swarms of fish, which seem to be followed a precise path. It feels like you're in a vortex, pulling you from the deep ocean to the surface, slowly spinning you around like a top. At one point, the water changes color and changes the light green, and you can see everything clearly until an arm grabs you and helps you resurface. There's a girl, big blue eyes, and she helps your eyes. She pushes you towards the surface gently, but with a lot of determination. You want to return to the bottom of the sea, where you can have a great sense of well-being, but the girl prevents you. She has superhuman strength and forces you to obey. Before you can breathe above the surface, you see, albeit for a moment, a huge, monstrous creature. Similar to a giant octopus reaches for you and the girl from the deep waters. At this point, you realize the girl wants to save you. A hand touches you gently and wake you up and notice that a very pleasant flight attendant is smiling at you. We're heading into Boston soon. You slept through most of the flight. Can I get you a coffee? Oh, thank you. I really need a coffee. You drink a lot. You dream a lot. Sometimes you remember your dreams for a long time. Sometimes you forget a few minutes after you waking up. Sometimes you almost feel like you received an omen in your sleep. You stretch out in your seat and you lift up in the shade of the window. The sky is clear and the sun is shining. You check your watch. The landing is right on time. You drink your coffee and fill out your immigration forms. When the plane touches down on the runway, your legs feel stiff and numb. You have a bus and airtime and head towards the immigration office. There isn't much of a queue. It takes about 10 minutes. The police officers gives you a quick look over at your passport and your form that you had filled out from the immigration procedures. Then he welcomes and lets you pass. You only have one carry-on luggage. Luckily, the arrival gate, you have a car rental counters. They're right there on plain sight. Good morning. I booked a rental car until next Friday. Good morning, certainly, sir. We've chosen a small car, which is insurance coverage for both damage and you and third parties. Is that right? One of it is this one super for you. The attendant shows you a picture of a small car. Perfect. Great. Here's the key. Do you have any other? Do you know how the rental works? Fairly well. I returned the car with full tank and without any damage. By the way, can you tell me where to find the parking lot? It's my first time at Boston. Oh, it's very easy. When you exit onto the street, there's a big parking lot in front of you, and on the ground floor, you'll see that there is a rental car sign in the parking lot. You should look for spot 125, where you'll find the car. I wish you a pleasant stay and have a nice trip. Thank you. You easily find the car. It's an automatic transition, but you feel you get used to it quickly. You leave the airport parking lot and head slowly towards the highways. Your final destination, the town of Ipswich, where Ellie's booked sub-center is located. It is located north of Boston, a couple hours drive away. The navigator on your phone directs you to the north. You take many highways, but after a while you see there's the sign for Ipswich. Finally, I've spent a couple days at sea. It's been a long time since I've been diving. I wonder what it's like to dive in the ocean and drive along the coast and admire the scenery. It's very green and there are woods everywhere. Every now and then the road passes near a stretch of coast and you catch a glimpse of the sea. You immerse yourself in the thoughts as you drive onto the wide American roads. Yeah, if you're not used to it, American roads are very wide. You arrive in town around 6 p.m. The sun is still high. Here it gets dark later than in Rome. There's a lot of bright, warm atmosphere. The summer sun is not as bright as in Italy. Ellie has booked a room in a small hotel. There's no better ones around, and Elliot's Inn is located near the port. It's convenient for going diving school and then gave us a good price. We know the owners, she said. You arrive in Ipswich and drive through 3 kilometers along the road, surrounded by American-style white 2-story homes and gardens and cars parked in front of each of them. Then you reach for a roundabout, turn right again, and you find a glimpse of the sea in the distance. The direction is right. The sea is just 2 kilometers away. Immediately notice a change in landscape. There's in a slightly run-down neighborhood with dilapidated houses, all painted gray. They're almost attached to each other, having small windows through which the light barely shines. The streets are narrow and the intersections have no traffic lights. There's a few people around and very little car traffic. It feels like you're in an abandoned neighborhood. The navigator provides you with unclear directions, keeps recalibrating the route several times. You can't figure out where you're needing to go. Look around and see a group of bikers coming. Stopped at the traffic light. You're approached by the old pickup truck with 3 guys. Wait for the biker group. What's the noise? Bikers. The 20 Harley-Davidson crowd around your car, one right after another. They're all dressed like in movies. Leather jackets or jean jackets, military helmets, and all distinctive signs of American bikers. Some scrutinize you, looking at you as if you come from Mars. Others pass without giving you any notice. You didn't seem too aggressive, but a little unsettled. I would wonder which group they belong to. Are you a foreigner? Yes, Italian. It's my first time in the area. I wonder if you'd like this place. The whole group accelerates, moving away from me. Make unbearable noises. So you decide to ask a passerby. You find a man of 50 dressed modestly. Good evening. Excuse me for bothering you. Can you tell me where I am? This is Innsmouth. Ah, thank you. I'm looking for the hotel at the Elliott's Inn. Do you know where it is? Of course. It's on Main Street. It should be not far from the port. Yes, Innsmouth is a port town. They all are near the port. Go straight at the second street on the right, and you'll see it a few meters away. It's a yellow sign outside, and you'll be there in a couple minutes. Thank you. You're very kind. Do you see many vendors around here? Not many, actually. Why are you here? What country are you from? Guys like you are rarely seen around here. What do you mean? I'm Italian. What do you mean? I'm Italian. I'm here for a couple days of diving. I see. Many come diving and surfing. Yes, that's what I'm told. I hope to have 2 nice days. That's not ominous at all. After a few minutes, you can see a sign. The gentlemen are very helpful. You park the car outside, grab your bags, and you head into the hotel. You find yourself in a place that looks like a guest house with furniture that seems a bit dated, thick carpet covered with the lobby floor. A pretty young lady is at the reception. She's just over 20 and she has gorgeous blue eyes. They remind you of your mom's side of the family. Dad always said that the 2 things from a mom, her eyes and her love for the sea. Good morning, I'm Lorenzo Righi. There's a room booked for me for 3 nights. Good morning. Sure. Welcome to the hotel, Lorenzo. We've been expecting you. I'm Emma. Ellie spoke highly of you. Did you have a good trip? Yes, thank you, Emma. The flight was right on time, and Ellie is always so kind. Got it. Here are the keys to room 22. We've almost received a copy of your passport. Your room is on the 2nd floor. Unfortunately, there's no elevator. No biggie. I got light luggage. Need help with your bags? Oh, no thanks. I can manage on my own. Alright, settle in at your own pace. You might be tired. If you need anything, just dial 0. I'm here until 8, and then I'll head home. You don't have a night porter, but if needed, you can call this number. Emma shows you a note pinned to the wall. How do you get into the hotel after dinner? The front door. It'll be open, and your key will be here on the reception. I would ask for that day, person. Could you recommend a good place to spend the evening? There are several places around here, but be careful to stray too far from the hotel at night. Sometimes there's sudden storms, and it's not pleasant if you're caught in the middle of one of them a while far away. Ellie really insisted on keeping you safe. Emma laughs. Yes, Ellie really wants everything to go smoothly. A storm shouldn't be too big of a deal, though. Also, it's June. The weather shouldn't be too unpredictable. Not here in Innsmouth. It's in a bay, and the climate is very unusual. I'll be careful, as you say. You head up to the 2nd floor via the wooden staircase. The first room on the right is number 22. You open the door. Thank goodness for the receptionist, Emma. Is a friendly and super nice gal. However, the room isn't quite what I was hoping for. Looks like it's stuck 50 years in the past at least. It's Emma. Lorenzo, do you need anything? No thanks. I'm all good. Damaged parquet on the parquet and a shabby vibe. But hey, for $60 a night, it's all only available option in town. At least it seems like it. It was big, but the bathroom is teeny. The decor including some shabby antique furniture. There's a strong, musty smell. The windows heavy curtains and block out the sunlight. Walk through the room, the floor creaks under your feet. Beside the main door, there are 2 doors on the side walls, leading to other rooms. The rooms are interconnected. I wonder if there's any other guests. You hook up both your cell phone and your laptop to the hotel's Wi-Fi, and you can't check if you've received any messages or emails. Good thing the Wi-Fi works well. At least I can work on my presentation for the conference. Let me send a message to Laura first. So far, so good. The flight was smooth and on time. We drove to the coast, went smoothly. It was exactly what I expected, but that'll do for 3 nights. At least I can focus on presentation. I'm gonna miss you a lot these days. I'll send you a big kiss. You lie down on your bed, and Master is so soft, there's almost 4 pillows. Way too fluffy. And you You lay down on it for the rest of the bed, but you're not sleepy at all. And you get up for the bed and you look out the window. It's a nice evening. The sky's clear and it's not too hot. You decide to go for a walk and explore the area. You're tired, but you're not sleepy. But you're getting hungry too. Passing the reception, you don't see Emma. You leave your room keys on the counter and go to the leave your room keys on the counter and go into the street. You walk for a few hundred meters until you see in the distance a yellow light. Looks like a sign. It's a diner, a cheap American restaurant. Can be, some are expensive. It's not great, their atmosphere is dark. Little, like the heavy air of envelopes, the entire place. The walls are painted in indecipherable color between brown and eggplant. And the ceiling is low, covered in an oppressive feeling. The tables are old and worn. Wooden swivel chairs creak, and someone sits down. The menu offers American dishes, hamburgers, french fries. You approach the counter, the waiter greets you cordially and invites you to sit at the table. Good evening. What can we prepare for you tonight? Good evening. I'd like a hamburger, please. And some french fries. All right. I'll bring you that right away. Would you like something to drink? Yes, beer, please. I'll bring you the beer right away. The table is located near a window. Whatever brings you an American beer. You read the label. It's produced in the Boston area. You taste it. A little bitter, almost spicy. After about 5 minutes, the food order arrived. Here you are, sir. Enjoy your meal. Thank you. As you eat, the waiter approaches you a couple of times to ask if you're sure you enjoyed your dinner. Sir, you arrived in Innsmouth? Did you arrive in Innsmouth today? How are you feeling about this little town? I've only been here just about over an hour. I don't know about the city, but it seems a bit, how do you say, abandoned. I understand. There are a few people around, but I assure you, it's a livelier place than it seems. In what sense? Is there a social life? Not much. At least not in the usual way sense of that term. You can meet special people. Everyone wants to escape from here 2 days after arriving, and they end up staying for a long time, or even for life. What do you mean? What kind of people? Sailors, artists, followers of strange cults, eccentrics. Most of them dropped out of school and live day by day. Oh well, that's a more interesting place than it sounds. I'm glad to hear that. At least I won't be bored. Get bored in Innsmouth? I don't think so. Just try to understand what's beneath the surface. I hope to understand more in the next 2 days. Now I'm tired from my journey. I would like the bill, please. Of course, I'll bring you right away. Did you need everything go well? Of course. Everything was good. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Come back whenever you want. You pay, leave a good tip, and say goodbye as you go out of the restaurant. Suddenly, look back at the bikers and surfers you met recently. You decided to go back inside and ask the waiter some questions, but noticed a strange phenomenon in the sky. Stop and look at the sky. What a bright sky. It seems like there's many more stars than usual. And they move in swarms. The sky seems to change with an incredible force. Then flashes of foreshadow storm coming tonight. The clouds are moving at the usual speed. Strong winds are coming in from the sea. You leave your diner and you return to your hotel ready for a restful night. You left Rome at 15 hours ago. Now you're sleepy and dead tired. You walk through the narrow streets of the town. The houses are almost all the same. They are larger than the porch at the entrance. You notice a strange inscription on several houses. An almost monstrous creature is painted next to the inscriptions. The sky is clear, starry. Swarms of stars move quickly in front of your eyes. You observe a strange painting of the houses. You observe the incomprehensible symbols painted on the houses. Next to these strange paintings, there's many symbols. They seem like phrases. I've never seen such characters. It's not an ancient language, along with those studied by the archaeologists. They used more than a dozen characters. Too few for it to be some kind of alphabet. And there are two hypotheses. Either there are some ideograms, and each symbol represents something, or multiple characters stand out in the letter, or a number. It's all I came here for diving, and I find myself involved in one of my archaeological researches. Fair enough. You go into the room and you get ready for bed. You turn off your phone and your PC. It's better to turn them off. You could call me from Italy in the middle of the night for the 6 hour time difference. You slip under the covers, and in a few minutes you fall asleep. You're woken by a flash in the light in the room. Your phone illuminated message and notifications received. You're too tired to check what it is, but by the corner of your eye, description on your phone. Computer. You quickly sit down on the bed, approach the PC. This is annoying. The light from your monitor casts eerie shadows on the walls. The room is creating almost psychedelic atmosphere. What the hell is this description? Why does it look like something ancient? You hear it in the screen, you turn off the PC and the phone. You're perplexed by the inscriptions. You try to understand what it is. You're too tired to focus. You decide to let it go off. The computer didn't help you go back to sleep. You collapse, but from being so tired after a while, the footsteps and creaking noises wake you up. Confused, you look at the clock. It's 1:45 in the morning. What happened? Why are there footsteps so late? You try to turn on your lights, but there's no electricity. Power been cut? You shiver with fear. Your footsteps stop near the door of your room. You sit in your bed and your heart starts pounding. I need to know what the hell is happening. You kind of bend approach the door. You stop for a moment and you take a deep breath and you open the door slowly, but there's no one outside. Maybe it's just my imagination. You relax and go back to sleep. You go back towards your bed, lie down, and try to ignore the noises and focus on your breathing. After a few minutes, you finally manage to relax and fall and go back to bed. And you hear total rackets. Everything vibrates very strangely. 3 doors and then windows. It seems like an earthquake or someone shaking the doors with all their might. You hear footsteps behind the side doors of your room. You go to the front door, another 2 doors, barefoot, and then your heart in your ears. Certain that someone's behind the two side doors on the other rooms. Fear creeps inside, and you force yourself to remain calm. What's behind the door? Who are you? Nothing, no answer. Remain silent. Absolute, almost unnatural. You approach the desk where you left your laptop and phone turned off, and you certainly turned them off again, but the screens are still illuminated. You move closer and see some imagined image on both devices as old as a man staring at you with big, teary, almost white blue eyes. The old man's motionless. He could even be dead. He looks very sad. I just have my phone on the PC off. At the moment the old man on the screen seems to move, you get scared. He's alive. What do you want from me? The old man remains silent, and you realize it must have been just an image. You calm down for a bit, but you're still shocked. The window glass starts to vibrate very softly, but stronger as it is as if it's a heavy vehicle is passing by your house. The vibration becomes stronger, and you want to go and see, but you're paralyzed by the panic and the emotions. What's happening? Why is the window fighting like that? Out of the corner of your eye, you know something happening on your computer. The old man is gone, but it's like someone's using your keyboard remotely. You approach the computer and your screen, and many images are scrolling on the screen. What the hell is happening? At this point, you see images of a crowd of people. It's strange the way they move and dress, and the sea, and the water, and the depths. It's like people are fleeing from the earth sinking. What's happening? Who's controlling my computer? You feel overwhelmed by panic. You try to stay calm, but terror overwhelms you. What's happening? Who's controlling my computer? There's someone in my room. Someone's moving near the window. No, near the desk. Nothing, no response. Maybe it's my imagination. Yes, there's no image. Maybe just my imagination. Say panic makes me hear these noises. I'm sick. Everything ends. The image disappears, and the screen of the vibration window stops. Your computer and phone now turned off. What do I do? I have to stay awake at all costs. It passes, then an hour. You're very tired, but you manage to stay awake. It's a huge effort not to fall asleep. At 6 in the morning, it's dawning. Maybe the danger will pass. And after you fall asleep exhausted. There's a knock on your door, a polite call, almost as if a person doesn't want to disturb you. Who is it? Emma from the reception. Sorry to bother you. But you need to hurry to the harbor for the diving. It's almost 9. If you don't hurry, the dive center's boat will leave without you. You hurry, get up. Ready, Dave, diving. Wearing a t-shirt and shorts, sneakers, and sunglasses. In your backpack. Put sunscreen, a hat, beach towels. Equipment will be provided at the diving school. Interesting. All right, actually, I think that's a perfect time to stop this. So I appreciate you all for coming out. This is going to be a kind of more of a... we'll see how I'm feeling on this one. I do think it's pretty fun, but I do appreciate the devs for sending me a key. The Raven novels, so I do appreciate it. I'm going to hop off though, and thank you all for watching this, and I will see you all next time. Until next time, good afternoon, good evening, good night, and bye-bye.